How about that cigar?
How about that baseball?
Sorry, guys. Again, my computer is giving me fits today, but we are making it through. So please welcome to Cigars and Baseball, Dean Parsons from Epic Cigars. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me, guys. Great to be back again this year, and always great to see you guys.
Yeah, you too, man. It's we've fallen in love with this event, and talk to us a little bit about, you've been to this event a number of times, and how you got started, when you first started coming to Cigars and Baseball, and kind of the vibe that you get from the event as a whole.
Yeah, well, we this is our third time. So our first time was pre-COVID, and then the second time was last year when they made the move to come here to the stadium in St. Paul. Kirk originally had approached us. I think it was at PCA 3-4 years ago, and told us a little bit about it. And it was something that was kind of wow. Well, we don't have any presence up there in Minnesota. Seems like an interesting guy. It's a great network. It's a great give back, and a great way for us to work on gaining some presence up here. And that's exactly what started to happen. And the biggest, that shift when they came here to the AAA stadium. I mean, this is an unbelievable venue. We do, dozens and dozens of events every year, but this one is on the top of my list because of the venue, because of the vibe, and it's Cigars and Baseball. It's hard to beat that.
Absolutely.
And for those who don't know, Dean, you spent some time in Canada doing law enforcement stuff. So do you still ride moose today, or what does that look like?
It's hard to find moose in Florida.
Okay.
And I left Canada in 2005 and moved to Turks and Caicos Islands for 5 years, and then moved to Dominican in 2009 until 2019. And
oh, wow.
I've been in Florida ever since.
Okay.
Actually, we were just in Dominican about 4 weeks ago. Arthur and I from Xander Gregnat Cigar were down there, and it's. I'll tell the story quick because it was all these years I lived there. I never had the opportunity to visit the Fuente factory.
Oh wow!
And so this last trip was the first time I actually got to see the factory, and we got toured by Carlito and Carlito Jr. for about 4.5 hours. We toured their facility, and it was the hair stands up on my arms thinking about it. But his hospitality was unbelievable. Jose Blanco had actually set it up so we could be there when Carlito was there and available. And he's got a world-class team of people there.
No doubt.
The facility is mind-blowing. So if that was one of those bucket list things, if you ever get the opportunity, it was awesome. So big shout out to Carlito and Carlito Jr. and Jose Blanco and all those guys for making that happen for us.
Yeah, no, we love those guys, and I know it's on our bucket list for sure.
Yes. So for this year, we actually just are a couple of months after the PCA trade show, and we didn't get a chance to talk to you at that trade show, but give us kind of the lowdown on what's going on with Epic Cigars, with Natseco, and kind of what you guys are driving towards right now in the market.
With Epic, I guess the only release we had at the PCA, which sort of came out a little bit before, was the Epic 299. 299 was my regimental number when I was in law enforcement in Canada, and so that's a new Maduro blend that's in the market now. It's a 10 count box, Brazilian Maduro wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican Nicaraguan fillers. It's on the medium to full side, so that was new. But we're working on several new blends now. That was part of the reason we were in the Dominican. We're working with some really unique tobacco from South Africa right now that we're testing and tasting, and that's pretty interesting. We're going to be, hopefully we can have something ready by next year PCA, but we've got a lot of samples in hand that we're smoking and aging and figuring that out. We've got a couple other projects that we haven't been able to get all of our legal paperwork done with the people that are involved. So we're going to have some launches later in the year. I'll be able to tell you about as soon as we get all the paperwork signed. for Epic, for some special people,
Nice.
cigar personalities that are in the industry.
Okay.
We're also repackaging, so all the Epic boxes, all the core line, everything is changing. We're going to 10 by 2 boxes, wider boxes, different color combinations.
Okay.
The bands will stay the same. We've adjusted the bands over time, but the box presentation in all of our lines is changing.
Yeah.
And you'll start to see that at the end of the year, early next year.
Yeah.
So that's been a big kind of step for us to work on the branding, and we'll work on a lot of clothing, apparel, shirts, hats. We got samples of these new baseball shirts for this event specifically. We had some different ones in Vegas, so that's exciting. Nat Seco, we've got some things coming early next year. I can't really speak to them yet because we have to get some press releases out first. But if you like the Nat Seco anniversary, the League of Four, which is one of our hottest selling cigars,
Yep.
we've got something else coming in that line that people are going to get pretty excited about. So yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned about the trademark stuff and legal stuff, and a lot of consumers don't realize how much time is spent on that stuff before the cigars even start getting rolled in some cases.
Yep.
Because you got to work out those legal things before you can, because you don't want to have something out there and then have to pull it back, because that costs even more.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even after all these years, I started the process for trademark for Epic back in 2010, and a few years later, Monte Cristo came out with the Epic, but they didn't realize I was even in the market, and we were at the time in Florida and New York and New Jersey, and we managed that situation in a good way, but a lot of people still don't know. I go into retail shops and they're like, "No, we have Epic in here already," and I'm like, well, actually, we own the trademark, we own the brand, and but it's good. It's all about education,
yes.
and this industry is very small, as we know. So you have to find ways to navigate these things and to your best interests and moving forward. And it's been a positive experience for us.
Well, I was just listening to a podcast last week where on the podcast they said, what would be a really cool cigar is a chupacabra. We should make a chupacabra cigar.
I think that's been done.
It is.
Yeah.
No, that is a cigar. And so I wrote in the comments, that's already been taken. That's a cigar. And they're like, oh, I guess that's already been taken. Well, maybe we should make a Sasquatch cigar.
Done.
Like, keep trying.
It is. I have seen, and I've talked to so many people in the cigar business who have talked over the years about beating their heads against a wall, like thinking that they've time and time again that they've got this unique cigar name, and they go to look it up and it's already taken.
Yeah.
It happens so many times, especially with Spanish words.
Even trying to come up with cool segments for our show, I've pitched Matt like 5 times over the last couple of weeks. He's like, no, they've already done that.
Somebody did that. Yeah, he does. He comes up with these really cool ideas for different cool, fun segments to do on the show. I'm like, bro, somebody just did that 2 weeks ago. Because I listen to a lot of cigar podcasts to not only because I like hearing what everybody has to say, but also to keep up with stuff. So we try to keep shit unique.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
No.
So yeah, you've got to be on that all the time, just paying attention to what's out there.
Yeah. It's a challenge now just to come up with new things.
With your new branding, are you going to be like renaming lines and a whole new revamp, or what does that look like?
No, just packaging.
Just packaging? Okay, the aesthetic.
And we're going to be adding and moving some sizes, so all of our lines are consistent. So right now we've got 5 sizes in the Maduro, the Corojo we have 4, the Habano we have 5, the La Rubia we have 3. So we're gonna be adding some sizes to the La Rubia line, which is the Connecticut. We're going to switch out a couple sizes in the Habano. So we'll have 5 sizes each line. Obviously, we're actually a new cigar that's actually coming. It's going to September, October is the La Rubia Lancero, which we're doing. We did a pre-launch of that cigar with Privada. So that's going to be October, November. with them, and excited about that. It's an awesome stick, and so that gives us a Lancero on all of our core lines: Maduro, Habano, Corojo, Connecticut, and yeah. So it's
I love it.
it's been fun.
And I know Garrett's like Garrett.
I'm a Lancero whore,
Yeah.
Me too. That's my go-to.
dude.
Go-to.
So we gotta have you tell us about this beautiful dugout
Yes.
mug that you've got here.
So this was cool. A good buddy of mine, Chris. He's one of the partners in Dugout Mugs. Chris is based in Lakeland, Florida. Big cigar guy. So I got introduced to Chris through a business networking group. I just happened to be in Sarasota a couple of years ago, and we met over cigars, and introduced me to his brand. So last year we did some just with Epic, but we thought, what else can we do as part of this event? So this year what we did was we had him engrave the Miracle League on the mug. It's got Epic on one side, Miracle League on the other side, and we're donating $5 every mug to the Miracle League. And we sold a bunch today. We're not sold out. We brought 100 here, and we're hoping to sell them all before we're done. And if not, we'll bring them back next year. But we've been really impressed at the sales today.
Yeah.
It's something unique. And shout out to Chris from Dugout. He's doing some cool stuff. We're actually he's got a golf company,
Okay.
a golf ball company called Big Golf, BIGG Golf. So we're actually working on a cigar
Oh, cool.
for Chris that
Nice.
he's going to launch with his business network and all the things he's doing.
So, not to put you on the spot, and I know that these are important for this event, but let's say one of our viewers or listeners that couldn't make it to this event wanted to support you and the Miracle League. Would they be able to purchase this?
Absolutely. We'll have them up on epiccigars.com probably in the next by Monday, and or you can just go to Epic Cigars, hit our information, send your info, just say, hey Dean, looking for the Dugout Epic Miracle, and we'll get it out to you.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a phenomenal event that goes a step beyond what a lot of other cigar events do. You know, there's a lot of kids out there who benefit from this Miracle League, and that's why we love it, and we love seeing you here, and look forward to a great rest of the year for you and your brands, and just keep up the good work, man.
I appreciate it, and I'm going to be here all week, actually in Minnesota till Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Wednesday, so hopefully we can have time to get together.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want to sit with a bunch of retailers and see what opportunities there are. And listen, this show wouldn't be the same without you guys here as well. I mean, coming here, sitting, spending your day creating, covering all this and interviewing people, it's a huge value add for us. I appreciate the work that you guys do, and
Thank you.
it helps us. It adds a huge value to this event. But it also, once again, gets us out there in the world and in the networking. I do a lot on Instagram. I don't do as much as I probably should on Facebook, but I'm so busy traveling. Instagram is kind of one and done, and keep moving. So, but thank you guys for your time and all you do.
Oh yeah, and before in the next couple days, we'll make sure to get you on the calendar for a show for
it's been a while since we
Yeah.
had you on the big Monday night show.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's do that once I get some new samples in hand. Let's do that. I'll get you some stuff to smoke, and
Awesome.
and we can kind of critique on that.
Love it.
I've got a trip, I think, coming up to Nicaragua in October. Still trying to dial in dates. I've been on the road for about 4 weeks now. And it's going to be a couple more before I get home. So, but we'll stay in touch and
Dope.
Yeah, right
figure it
on.
out.
All right. So, guys, we have more coming from Cigars Baseball 2022. Be sure to check out Epic Cigars at your local retailer. Check them out online. Check them out on social media. We'll see you guys again very soon.